Now we discuss adaptations. Adaptations. So how they adapted to adverse abiotic conditions of their habitat. So adaptations are different types. Now we discuss physiological adaptation. Physiological adaptation. Physiological adaptation means they bring changes in the body functions and adapted to the adverse abiotic factors. Physiological adaptations. Kangaroo rat. Kangaroo rat. Scientific name of kangaroo rat. Dipodomys. Dipodomys is the scientific name of kangaroo rat. If external source of water is not available, it oxidizes the fat. It oxidizes the fat stored in the. It oxidizes the reserve fat present in the body as a subcutaneous layer or yellow bone marrow. Due to oxidation of any digested food, water, carbon dioxide released. In this manner, due to oxidation of fat, metabolic water is released. You already know C6, for example, carbohydrate C6H12O6 plus 6O2 give rise to 6CO2, 12H2O, water is released. In the same manner, due to oxidation of fat also, water is released. Now, kangaroo rat utilize this metabolic water. So, that is adaptation physiologically, body function. So, if surrounding water is not available to kangaroo rat, it oxidizes the fat stored in the adipose tissue. As a result, metabolic water is released. By utilizing this water, it performs various activities. Similarly, to conserve water, to conserve water, nephron effectively perform its function, and while urine is passing through PCT, DCT, absorb most of the water. So the kidney is more effective to reabsorb the water from the primary urine. As a result, the kangaroo rat excrete urine like thick syrup. Thick syrup. So urine contain negligible amount of water. So that is another adaptation seen in kangaroo rat. One adaptation is if external source of water is not available, it oxidizes the fat, utilize the metabolic water. Kidneys are very effective. They reabsorb most of the water present in urine. That's why they excrete urine in the form of thick syrup. Another physiological adaptation, people living at high altitude. For example, more than 3,500 meters. More than 3,500 meters. Rohtang Pass or Manas Sarovar. At the time they suffer from altitude sickness. Altitude sickness. How they overcome altitude sickness? The kidney identify low oxygen levels. Why? At high altitude, partial pressure of oxygen is less. So oxygen fail to bind to hemoglobin. So oxygen concentration decreases. At the time, kidneys produce erythropoietin. Kidneys produce erythropoietin hormone. Erythropoietin hormone stimulate the stem cells present in the bone marrow. Now the stem cells produce RBC. So number of RBC more in people living at high altitude. So they exhibit polycythemia, more number of RBC. More number of RBC, more amount of hemoglobin, more oxygen also. Normal people 50 lakhs to 55 lakhs or 5 million to 5.5 million RBC. In people stay at high altitude, 7 million also, 70 lakhs RBC. So more RBC, more amount of hemoglobin. Moreover, breathing rate increases. How breathing rate increases? Reduce the duration of inspiration. Reduce the duration of inspiration. In this manner, increase breathing rate and send out the excess amount of carbon dioxide. So, it is also physiological adaptation. Change occur in the body function. In order to stay at high altitude with low partial pressure of oxygen. Similarly, how fishes live in polar seas of Antarctica region. So temperature is very less. So the water present in the fish may be freezes. To avoid this, anti-freezing enzyme present in fish. Anti-freezing enzyme. The anti-freezing enzyme always split the water into hydrogen and oxygen. So hydrogen never bind to oxygen. Water molecules are not formed. Anti-freezing enzyme, body function. Similarly, archaebacteria. Archaebacteria live in sulfur springs. Temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. So they live in water contain 100 degrees Celsius. What happens in 100 degrees Celsius? DNA, all enzymes become inactive. How archaebacteria survive? The body wall of archaebacteria contain glycerol and hydrocarbons. Glycerol and hydrocarbons. Glycerol and hydrocarbon can withstand the high temperature. So glycerol and hydrocarbons present in the body wall prevent the influence of surrounding high temperature, prevent the influence of surrounding high temperature to the content of the cell. So even though surrounding temperature is 100, so glycerol and hydrocarbon prevent this high temperature, influence of high temperature in the content of the cell. That's why archaebacteria lead comfortable life. That is also physiological adaptation. Similarly, several aquatic animals live in greater depth. In greater depth means deep water. In deep water, pressure is more. We already discussed. For every 10 meters depth, 1 atmosphere pressure increases. If pressure increases, how permeability, how fluids move from one cell to another cell. That's why in all deep sea aquatic organisms, deep sea aquatic organisms, in deep sea aquatic organisms, the cell membrane contain unsaturated fatty acids. Unsaturated fatty acids. The unsaturated fatty acids allow the permeability of the cell. So the fluid from one cell enter into neighboring cell due to presence of unsaturated fatty acids. If unsaturated fatty acids are present due to more pressure, no movement of fluids, ions from one cell to another cell. It is an adaptation. Similarly, in several fishes living at greater depth contain air cavities. Air cavities contain abundant amount of air. Whenever the deep sea fishes enter into greater depth, due to pressure, lungs are flattened, lungs and gills, so that means lung fishes. Or in aquatic mammals, So fish only lung fishes have lung, other fishes contain gills only. In lung fishes and aquatic mammals, the lungs become flattened. So at the time, pressure created in the air cavities contain air, air cavities also flattened. Air present in the air cavities enter into venous plexus. Around the air cavities, venous plexus are present, or vein plexus. Venous plexus. Plexus means network-like structure. Venous plexus means it is related to veins. Veins form a network-like structure, venous plexus. From the air cavities, air enter into venous plexus. So veins are the blood vessels only. Now from the veins it is circulated all over the body. So it is an adaptation seen in organisms, aquatic mammals and lung fishes. So live in deep water. So rarely only one lungfish exhibit this adaptation. All lungfishes are freshwater. Freshwater not more deep when compared to oceans. So generally air cavities and venous plexus mainly seen in aquatic mammals, live at deeper, at great depth. So these are the physiological adaptation. Once again we discuss physiological adaptation. Physiological adaptation means adaptations occur in the body function to live in habitat contain adverse abiotic conditions. Physiological adaptation, kangaroo rat. Water is abiotic factor. So no source of external source of water. Water is not available in the surrounding habitat. At the time kangaroo rat oxidize the fat. As a result, metabolic water is released. Now the kangaroo rat utilizes the metabolic water. Similarly, kangaroo rat has very effective kidneys. The kidneys absorb almost all water present in the urine. So the urine contains negligible amount of water only excreted in the form of thick syrup. It is a water conservation, water saving mechanism. Next one. If any person stay more than 3,500 meters, so like Rohtang Pass near Manali or Manas Sarovar, what happens with increasing height, temperature and pressure decreases, partial pressure of oxygen decreases. Due to decrease of partial pressure of oxygen fail to bind to hemoglobin. So oxygen levels decreases in the body. At the time, kidneys release erythropoietin hormone. The erythropoietin hormone stimulates the stem cells in the bone marrow. Stem cells produce more number of RBC. So people stay at high altitude contain more number of RBC. Generally 5.5 to 5.5 million. At high altitude 7 to 7.5 million RBC. More RBC, more amount of hemoglobin. But binding capacity of oxygen decreases at high altitude. On plains, one hemoglobin binds to 4 oxygen molecule maximum. But in hill station, maybe 3 oxygen molecules only. On plains, 100% hemoglobin is saturated. In hill stations, only at our high altitude, 75% only hemoglobin is saturated with oxygen, means 3 oxygen molecules only. So at high altitude, oxygen binding capacity of hemoglobin decreases. So similarly at plains, hemoglobin binding capacity with oxygen increases. Later at high altitude, breathing rate also increases. So in this manner, increase the number of RBC, increase the breathing rate. Within few days, the people stay at high altitude, overcome altitude sickness. In the previous classes, we discussed the symptoms of altitude sickness also. Nausea, feeling of sickness, vomitings, fatigue, great tiredness, heart palpitation, rapid heartbeat are the symptoms of altitude sickness. Next one is another physiological adaptation, archaebacteria. Archaebacteria live in water contain 100 degrees Celsius temperature. If any animal stay in water with 100 degrees Celsius, proteins, DNA, enzymes denature, the animal cannot survive. But archaebacteria lead comfortable life. How? The cell wall contain glycerol and hydrocarbon. They prevent the influence of surrounding high temperature in the content of the cell. That is the physiological adaptation. Similarly, fishes living in Antarctica continent lead normal life even though surrounding temperature minus or 0 degrees Celsius. Reason is they possess anti-freezing enzyme. This anti-freezing enzyme split the water into hydrogen and oxygen. Avoid frozen condition of water in the body. Similarly, deep sea aquatic organisms. So, in deep sea aquatic organisms, they bear lot of pressure. So, at the time, molecules, ions fail to move from one cell to another cell. To avoid this, cell membrane contain unsaturated fatty acids. The unsaturated fatty acid increase the permeability of the cell. Moreover, in aquatic mammals, air cavities are present. Air cavities filled with air. So, when the aquatic mammal reach the deeper, means more deep water, lungs become flattened. So, lungs fail to perform any function. Due to high pressure, air cavities become flattened. Oxygen present in air cavities enter into venous plexus. So, from the venous plexus, oxygen circulated to each and every part. For example, seal. The seal can remain in submerged water for 2 hours. So, without breathing also they can survive 2 hours. So, these 2 hours they utilize the oxygen available in the air cavities. So, physiological adaptation. Now, we discuss morphological adaptation. Morphological adaptations. Change occur in the structure, organs, morphology, external character, internal characters, morphological adaptations. Aquatic animals, aquatic mammals like seal contain blubber. What is blubber? Thick fatty layer present just below the skin. It acts as a thermoinsulator, prevent the loss of body temperature. Is a morphological adaptation. Aquatic mammals like seal contain blubber. Similarly, mammals living in cold climate contain short extremities. Short extremity means end parts are short. End parts means snout, pinna, pinnae plural, legs, tail are short. Mammals live in cold climate contain short extremities, short snout. What is a snout? Elevated part of the head, this one. Observe, cattle contain long snout. In cattle also, for example, fox. Fox living in polar region or polar fox. Polar fox contains short snout. short ear pinna, short legs, short tail. Why? To reduce the surface area. Why? The mammal living in cold climate contain short extremities to reduce the surface area. What is the need of reducing the surface area? If surface area is more number of sweat glands. If more number of sweat glands are present, the animal easily loses its body temperature. To prevent the loss of body temperature, so mammals live in cold climate contain short extremities. Similarly, desert fox. Desert fox means high temperatures, desert. Mammal live in warm climate, contain large extremities. Large extremities. It is known as Allen's rule. Allen's rule applicable to mammals. Mammals live in cold climate contain short extremities. Mammals live in warm climate contain large extremities. Desert fox contain large ear pinna, large snout, large legs, large tail. So in this manner, the desert fox increase its surface area. So surrounding temperature is more, so it can easily lose the increased body temperature through sweat glands. Evaporation cooling effectively. It is known as Allen's rule. Here also, it is also example for morphological adaptation. Increase of leg or decrease of leg, snout, pinna, morphological adaptation. Allen's rule. According to Allen's rule, or Allen's rule applicable to mammals only. According to Allen's rule, mammals live in cold climate has short extremities. Mammals live in warm climate has large extremities. So polar fox has a short snout, short pinna, legs and tail. Similarly, tropical fox, size of the extremities large when compared to polar fox and small when compared to desert fox. Why desert fox has large extremities? Due to presence of large extremities, more number of sweat glands. So from the body, the surrounding temperature is more. At the time, more amount of sweat comes out. Due to evaporation cooling, the increased temperature decreases. So Allen's rule applicable to mammals only. Mammal live in cold climate contain short extremities. Mammal live in warm climate contain large extremities. What is the use of short extremities in cold climate? To minimize the surface area, minimize the loss of body temperature. So mammal live in warm climate contain should possess large body surface area. If surface area increases, it easily loses increased body temperature. Allen's rule. Similarly, freshwater bony fishes. Large glomerular kidney. Large glomerulus is present. Large glomerulus present. The large glomerulus eliminate abundant amount of water accumulated in the body. Is a morphological adaptation. Marine water bony fishes, aglomerular kidney, glomerulus is absent to avoid loss of water through excretory system. Morphological adaptation. Similarly, in plants, thick cuticle present around the leaf to prevent loss of water, transpiration. Similarly, they exhibit CAM path of photosynthesis. So in the plants exhibit CAM path of photosynthesis. The stomata open during night time only. They are closed during daytime to minimize the loss of water. Similarly, xerophyte like Opuntia leaves modified into spines, leaves modified into spines, and photosynthesis is performed by flattened stem only to minimize the loss of water transpiration. So these are morphological adaptation. Aquatic mammals like seal has blubber, thick layer just below the skin, and it acts as a thermo insulator, prevent the, so not body function. So due to presence of blubber act as a thermo insulator, prevent the loss of body temperature. Similarly, mammals live in cold climate contain short extremities. Mammals living in warm climate contain large extremities. It is known as Allen's rule. So, mammals live in cold climate. They try to reduce the surface area. That's why they have short extremities. In this manner, they prevent the loss of body temperature. Mammals live in warm climate contain large surface area. So large surface area, more number of sweat glands. So more amount of sweat, easily they lose the increased body temperature. Next one is freshwater bony fishes have large glomerulus kidney. So eliminate excess amount of water accumulated in the body. So in case of marine bony fishes, a glomerular kidney, glomerulus is absent, a glomerular kidney. Similarly, plants, thick cuticle present around the leafy surface of xerophytes to minimize the loss of water. They exhibit CAM path of photosynthesis. So in the plants exhibit CAM path of photosynthesis, stomata open during night time only, stomata closed during daytime. In case of xerophyte like Opuntia, leaves modified into spines to prevent the loss of water. So flattened stem only perform photosynthesis. So morphological adaptations. Now we discuss behavioral adaptation. Behavioral adaptation. Lizards neither exhibit morphological nor physiological adaptation. They exhibit behavioral adaptations. They exhibit behavioral adaptations. So lizards during winter they bask during winter. Bask means a sun bath. Exposed to the sunlight for hours together, increase the body temperature. By increasing the body temperature, they increase the metabolic rate. They increase the metabolic rate. Increase the metabolic rate. And the same lizards during summer never exposed to sun. So they travel under the shades of the tree, are capable, they live in the burrows only. They come out of the burrows during daytime. So change in the behavior. So that is an adaptation. During winter they continuously exposed to sunshine. So bask means a sun bath for several hours, increase the body temperature. And same lizards during summer they never exposed to sunshine. What happens if they exposed to sunshine? Their body temperature increases enormously. Why? They are cold-blooded animals. That's why during summer lizards travel under the shades of the tree, or they remain in the burrows during daytime. They come out of the burrows during night time. So change in the behavior and lead comfortable population. A group of organisms belong to the same species, live in a particular area, particular time is known as population. Human beings of Davangere in 2020 known as population. Particular time 2020, particular place Davangere. For example, human beings of Davangere is not a population. Why not mention the time? In the same place in 1900 also several people were lived. Now they were no more. So population means a group of organisms belong to the same species, live in a particular area, particular time. Particular area, particular time is known as population. Every organism try to adapt it to the surrounding abiotic factors. But nature select a population. Every organism overcome the struggle. Overcome the struggle. So struggle three types. Intraspecific struggle. Interspecific struggle. Interspecific struggle. Struggle against or extra specific struggle. Extra specific struggle. Intraspecific struggle, interspecific struggle, extra specific struggle. Intraspecific struggle means intra means within. Struggle within the struggle between the individuals of the same species, intraspecific struggle. So for example, human being struggle with another human being to obtain food, mate, clothes, shelter, intraspecific struggle. What is interspecific struggle? So intraspecific means struggle within the same species. Interspecific struggle means struggle between the organism belong to different species. So human beings fight with tiger, lion, carnivore, so different. Or lion, tiger, hyena, bear try to engulf the same prey. At the time struggle among hyena, tiger, lion to obtain the same prey. Interspecific struggle. Extra specific struggle means a struggle outside the species, means a struggle against the physical forces during natural calamities, volcanic eruption, earthquake, tsunami, drought, flood. Several organisms belong to several species perish. So each organism face these three types of struggle, but nature select a population. So one species is in different population. Human population, Indian population, Nepal population, America population, or in India also, Mysore population, Bangalore population, Hyderabad, different. So what is population? A group of organisms belong to the same species, live in a particular area, particular time is known as population. Nature select. So one species is in the form of different population. Nature select a population contains several variations. From that population only new species is evolved. A new species is evolved from that population only. Example for population, cormorants. Cormorants live in a wetland. Cormorant is a black colored bird. Similarly, teak plants in a forest, lotus plants in a pond, bacteria colonies present in a plate. Example for population, in case of human being, number of human being, human beings. So like that, bacteria, plate, lotus, plants in a pond, teak plants in a forest, cormorants in a water body. Cormorant means black color bird. Population. So, on the earth, members of one species live isolatedly, separately, is seen rarely given in the textbook. While discussing population interaction, other clearly given members of one species fail to survive. Why? For example, at least a plant species. For example, paddy plant, any plant, paddy plant for example. So for the survival of paddy plant, at least one decomposer species. Why? The paddy, so plants utilize the inorganic substances, produce organic substances. If decomposer is present within few days in that area, only organic substances are present. The paddy plant failed to participating in photosynthesis. So, for the survival of one plant, at least one species of decomposer, it converts organic matter into inorganic matter. Now, the plants utilize inorganic matter. To perform reproduction, one pollinating species. For the survival of one plant species, at least in that area, 3 species. One plant species, one decomposer species, and one pollinator species is essential. So, different populations are interact. They share the food or they compete for the food. So, population attributes. Attributes means characters. So, in the next class, we discuss the population characters and growth curves.